Lucifer, Season 6, let's begin. Bam! So, there was a lot of twists, there's a lot of turns. There's no spoilers here, so don't worry. So, this season is kinda... I don't know what to tell you. Good, messy, in between, you know? It's kinda all over the place. In the first episode, they kind of went into the whole murder mystery vibe, and I was very disappointed because I wanted them to move from the whole, detective element, because the show has enough meat to survive without the whole who did this crime, who we must investigate, because it got boring to some degree. It's very predictable, yada yada yada. It's a lot of things that I've kind of said before. But they didn't really go into it in this season. They really surprised me because in this whole season, they only had like 2 episodes that had murder mystery. The rest was about the whole Lucifer, devil, god element, which was very interesting. And it really brought me to the whole mentality of, yeah, there is a lot of things about Lucifer that is enjoyable. I'm not saying that there wasn't moments that I was like, okay, we've been here before, let's move on. But still, the show had moments that it was just so beautiful, so heart heavy. And it also had moments that I felt like, okay, are you making this as you go along? But in the big picture, this season is kind of like farewell to the audience, in a good way, not in a we had enough doses. No, because the previous season I honestly thought the show ended, with Lucifer becoming God and just that's it, so I didn't really understand why there was another season, but I'm actually glad they did it because they did it in a way that it was emotional, heartfelt, interesting, and it kind of left room for like a spin-off, kinda, but not really. One of my best characters in this show, especially in this season, is Dan. And really, he plays an interesting role because he moves from Detective Dick till this awesome character. Throughout the whole show, he was always kind of my favorite character because he was the goofy, kind of innocent, kind of guilty bad boy thing going on with him. But in this season, he really showed progress in the character development. And not only him, Lucifer, Maze, so many other characters that I saw like, yeah, there's a lot of progress in their character. And I really enjoyed that. But I gotta say, this season kind of surprised me. And I'm man enough to say I teared up. It really was the best farewell to the whole audience of Lucifer, and it was just beautiful. My favorite episode is Save the Devil, Save the World. They kind of make fun of themselves in this episode. They kind of comment on the whole, hey, the first person we interview is always the criminal. Or, oh wait, I figured out the clue and now I can solve a crime. So they understand what they're doing. It's not like they're oblivious to it. And because they understand that, there is progress in the character. There's so many episodes that they did a lot of interesting things in it. I don't want to spoil anything, but there's an episode where there is an animation, element to it. But yeah, I don't know what to say more about this season. This was not really on the line thing, but it was the perfect farewell for the show, you know what I mean? For people who've been there since season 1. There was a lot of callback, there was a lot of old characters, not in a bad way, not like relying on it too much or too little, just the right amount. And I gotta say, I really liked it for some reason. It really, hit me here. Really hit me here. And I know you're supposed to be like, yeah, I don't care, that shit is, it doesn't matter to me. But honestly, it was just, I'm a softie, I'm really a softie when it comes to heartfelt moments. I'm like, I really need to butcher up, but I don't know how. This is me. So yeah, awesome season, fun, interesting. I highly recommend you watch it. And It's so sad that I'm saying goodbye to the show, but you know, they did it in such an amazing way that I'm honestly not mad. I'm just so glad that I had to have this guilty pleasure, you could say. So thanks for watching. Exit that way.